Hello, everybody. Welcome to CripChat, your weekly podcast for everything disability. Today we have Ibby, Jonathan Shar, David Cunningham, and myself, David D. Today we'll be talking about introducing the CripChat crew. Over to you, Ibby. Please like and share. And if you got any comments, please put them in the comments.
Hello, and we'll be, introducing David Daoud today. Welcome, David. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
No, all good, David. So, David, tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into, CripChat.
Well, today, my name is David D, and I've lived my life as normal for 19 years and a half, and then I acquired a disability through a car accident. I've become visually impaired, so blind, and didn't let that stop me. I continued my studies. I ended up having 2 children, and still living my life.
So, David, tell us a bit about your cultural background. What cultural background are you from?
Well, I'm Australian born, but I'm Lebanese, Antiochian Orthodox background, Christian.
Interesting. That's awesome. That's awesome, David. Welcome to the show. You said that you had vision in the first 19 years of your life. So, yes. David, tell us, what was your schooling experience like?
Well, I had a normal schooling experience, and then I had to learn how to use a computer without seeing it. So screen readers helped me, and people help also. I had to go to Vision Australia and learn how to use a computer again with a screen reader and adapt to using different technology, like a cane and to walk around and other scanners to scan things into the computer and be able to read it. And there's a whole heap of technology that visually impaired people use.
Oh, yes, I getting familiar with assistive technology to help those that are vision impaired.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But going back before, your schooling experience, what was your childhood like, David?
Before I acquired the disability, my childhood was just normal, like a normal child. Or I don't know what you consider normal, but I went out, I did things, I played with people, I was active, I like to play sports, I was very athletic.
That's interesting. Interesting. So you said you were into sports. What kind of sports were you into?
Rugby league, soccer. I went to the gym, and I'm still going to the gym after acquiring a disability. I still go to the gym and pump some iron. But I get a support worker to help me there, or a PT.
Oh, that's interesting, David.
Yeah.
And also, how has that changed, even after you acquired your disability? In regards to, sports?
It's changed because I'm not able to do things without assistive technology and or people helping me. So if I need to go to the gym, I need someone with me, and they help me through, or like a PT, or they assist me, take me from machine to machine, and tell me what to do. I have to rely on others, which
be more dependent on your, support workers.
Support workers.
But in saying that, you're able to continue, being involved in the sports that you love, getting fit, and all that.
Yes.
Nice. Yes. You just utilize that with your support workers.
Yeah, utilize all the
That's awesome.
workers.
Now, describe how you adjusted, in life as someone with an acquired disability.
How I adjusted in life? Well, it's like learning how to walk again and doing everything again. So I was determined to get my life back on track. I didn't quit, and I learned how to do things again. So first I had to learn how to walk again, and then walk. I had to know how to get around my neighborhood again, and how to use a cane. So practically, there was times when I was able to see when. Do you have ever times that you walk and you walk fast because you can't see it, it's all dark? Now that's my life all the time. I don't get scared of the dark no more. I think the dark gets scared of me.
I guess you've learned to adjust, over the years.
You got to adjust. If you can't adjust, then you don't move on. Once you accept your disability, that's when you move on.
Interesting. And you said accepting your disability. So how long has it taken you from when you acquired your disability to accept and move on with your disability?
The thing about me is I accepted it straight away because
Mm.
if I didn't, then I wouldn't move on as quick
Oh yeah, strong
because
warrior.
because because there's no use of crying over spilt milk.
I see.
That was my motto.
Love the use of metaphors. And having a visual impairment.
Yeah.
You did. How was your education like? Is now after school?
Well, I had computer technology in knowledge. What I was studying, it was a bit hard to complete my courses, but I continued doing courses that weren't that big, but continued being able to use a computer, and they were okay. I was able to do courses and do things.
Yeah, but I
I just
guess
had
going back before you, I guess, acquired your disability. What was education like for you, David?
It was good. It was good. It was easy. I was smashing my course. I had only 5 weeks left, but I was ahead of time due to finish it. But then it wasn't meant to be. What can you do?
Yeah, look, sorry to hear that, but David, what course was were you did you get into?
I was actually IT. I was going to become a computer programmer, which I can still do if I work with someone.
Oh yeah, having that IT knowledge would help you, with getting around, using assistive technology. Has it?
Yeah, yes, it helps because I understand the way computers work, and
Mm.
I can understand what it takes because a lot of things these days, yeah, well, what's good? Because I understand the way computers work, and a lot of things are AIs now. So you got to know how to talk to an AI. If you talk like a computer, it knows you know what words to use to be able to
Mm.
search for something. You'll find it. But if you don't use those specific words, you won't find it.
Interesting. So over time, how has your experience of using assistive technology worked for you? From the time you acquired your disability to now,
Uh,
have you noticed like any
using
changes?
using assistive technology.
Yes.
Well, well, it's everything's they're using assistive technology for more and more things. Where before I couldn't tell what color was what. They've got things that you can click on, you can scan to show you what color that is. So I know what to wear, and I know the colors that I'm wearing. Things like that. So they're creating more and more assistive technology to know what you're doing and where you're at and where to walk and what's in front of you, if there's something in front of you, and what level the water is at before it tips over the cup, so you can stop pouring. And things, if things are hot, there's
Mm.
talking microwaves, there's
Oh,
scan
interesting.
things that you can scan. There's a lot of technology.
The beauty of technology, huh?
Yeah,
No,
but sometimes
good stuff.
the problem with technology is everyone creates it differently. The usage of technology, this thing, everything is used differently, has a different type of way of using it. So you got to memorize each thing. You got to
Oh
have a
yeah,
good
that's
memory
good to
to
know.
memorize to know how to use things.
That's good to know, David. Thank you for that. Awesome. Now, David, you've done some work in your community, advocating for people with disability. So, David, tell us, how did you first get involved in the disability community?
First, at first I tried to get things. I looked at when things weren't looking right for me. If I did hurt myself, once I hurt myself on the telephone boxes, and because
Wow,
down the
yes.
bottom of the telephone boxes, they were lined up on the wall, but I can't feel the bottom because the bottom is clear. What I end up going to a council and telling them if they can turn the telephone boxes the other way, facing each other, and that way I can feel the bottom of them and I can walk around them. And that even made the actual newspaper, the local newspaper too.
So, what you're telling the audience is it's important to advocate for yourself, yeah, David?
Yeah, if you don't get things, if you don't talk up, you won't get things done, and you won't see changes. If you want to see changes, you got to talk up.
Very good tip. That's awesome. And how does that make you feel, to advocate for yourself?
Well, to advocate, I feel proud because I can make a difference. It makes a difference, and I don't hurt myself no more, and others won't get hurt too.
So, being a person with visual impairment, you often get support from the people around you. So, what was the biggest, I guess, learning about asking for support from others?
Don't be afraid to ask because most people won't deny you help. A lot of people will ask you, and if they offer you, and you do need it, don't be embarrassed to say, yeah, you do need help. Tell them, you got to ask them. Being blind, you got to make sure you tell them how they can help you and best way to help you because a lot of people can lose you. Make sure you ask if you're going to help someone, you ask them, how can I help you and what's the best way to help you?
Yeah, that's so great advice. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, and look,
if because some
people
people
with disability often feel
don't,
exclusive from their community. So I guess, feeling inclusive by asking, support from others without the need or without having anything in return is what it's all
yeah,
about, David, isn't it?
you got to
How
make
important
sure
is it to, pay it forward?
to what
How
to
important
help
is it to pay it forward?
others. It's very important. It's very important because if you can help one, you, you feel good of yourself and the way you've helped others. Because one day you'll need help, and someone will be there for you. Because if you can help someone, someone else will help you.
Cool.
You don't wanna be isolated.
And thank you for that, David. Look, going back to, before you acquired your disability, how did you perceive or how did you say people with disability
Well,
and what has changed over the years?
I always used to ask myself. I used to see this one guy, blind guy. You're walking, I go, man, how does he do it? I guess now I know how he does it.
I
I
am.
go, this guy, I don't know how he does it, but now I'm doing the same thing.
So I guess things have changed.
I guess the things have changed, and now you know what they go through and how they live their life and what help they need.
I guess it's something you learn from, but also for the viewers out there, what's one important thing to take away, I am in, I guess, not dealing, but I guess in communicating with people with disability.
If you see someone with a disability and you see they need help or you think they might need help, just offer it to them. If do you need any help? And if they ask you, they say yes. How can I help you? Ask
Oh, nice.
and always ask, how can I help you? And what's the best way to help you? Because
That's some great advice.
if
Because
you,
like the work we do, David, it's all about inclusion. How important
yeah,
is inclusion for everyone, David?
it's very important because you gotta make sure everyone's included in society and to
Mm.
help one another. Look, I come from a diverse background. Now, with diverse background, in my diverse background, they they see a person with a disability, they think, oh, they shouldn't be doing things for themselves. I'll do it for them. You got to let them do things for themselves.
Mm.
If they need help, they'll tell you. Okay, like if we ask them, like if I want to do something for myself, that don't stop them from doing something for themselves because
Yep.
then you've actually stopped them from doing things where they know how to do something, and then you make them forget the way they do
Mm.
it. So
Yeah. True. That's true. That's true.
the
And that's
people with disability like the independence. They like
of
the
course,
independence.
of course. And it goes back to the cultural barriers that we face.
Yeah.
But in saying that, the cultural barriers that we do face, David, how does that make you feel?
Well, a lot of people think I can't do things. It makes me
Mm.
feel a bit upset because they'll tell me, "Oh, how are you gonna do it?" I once had a guy try to take the phone off silent for a person, and they were trying. I go, "What's wrong? You can't do it. Let me do it." He goes, "How you gonna do it?" I go, "Okay, give me it." I go, "Read. What does it say?" I press the power button. What does it say? What does it say? Press yeah. Yeah. Gave it back to him. After he tried to do it for 5 minutes, I did it for him in 2 3 seconds.
That's amazing. It's hearing these stories that will, I guess, give the confidence and also, I guess, the motivation for, I guess, people with disabilities to get out there in the community, David.
Yeah. Don't
You're
be
very much
afraid.
involved in your community.
Yeah.
So, how do you get involved in your community on a daily basis?
Well, if I see someone needs help, or actually I won't see anyone, but we're walking, if I hear someone needs help, I ask, do you need help? How can I help you? And if they, I do have people ask me for directions, mind you. I've had many people ask me for directions, and funny that a blind guy is giving directions to sighted people.
Wow, interesting. It's all right.
And if there's something wrong with the in the on the road, and I see there's a tree that's too low, I call the council. I've hit my head on a tree before. Smacked it once. It was too low, and they
It
end up
gets
cutting the branch and things like that. Or if there's something that's stopping me from going places, and it's always just in the way, like something's in the way, or the floor's not good there. I call the council. I let them know that over here, where I'm standing, is there's something needs fixing.
interesting. Yeah. I guess, look, David, for the audience out there, what's one thing you could say to them, to help, increase, will build their confidence to get out in the community.
People are out there to help. Don't be afraid to ask. And if someone does ask you for help, ask them and tell them which way you want them to help them and the best way. Because you don't want to get confused. Because being people with disability, you can get confused in where you are and how you're going to cross the road or what way. Because I've been taken places and they've lost me. So you got to make sure
That's
you
not good.
inform someone where they are and
Mm.
and where do they want you to take them.
That's good to know.
Always give them a visual background of where they are and
Yep. How important is that? Anyway,
it's very
turn to CripChat now, David. Turn to CripChat now. What is your vision for the podcast, and how would you like to see CripChat Australia contribute to, I guess, our aim, our narrative that we're trying to provide?
well. My aim is to be able to educate those that haven't got disability with about disability and those that do have disability how to move on and use their disability to what they can to the maximum where they can live on and keep living on with confidence and not isolate themselves. And so
And I guess this is the platform to do it, isn't it, David?
that's a platform to do it. Exactly. So if you
Awesome.
ever need any help, just write to us and we'll talk about it.
Sounds like a plan. For those viewers out there, please feel free to, I guess, contribute and build on the narrative that we're trying to achieve here in CripChat Australia. Awesome, awesome. And look, thank you very much, David, for your time. I guess next week we'll be interviewing our awesome podcast host, David Cunningham himself. So tune in. Can't wait. It's going to be exciting. But for now, you've been watching CripChat Australia, a podcast about everything disability. Join us next week as we, I guess, interview David Cunningham. Watch his face. Goodbye for now.
Bye.